Brandon Scott, Gary Streisky, back with you on SportsCenter. The draft will be back here in just a matter of hours, but day 2 of the draft in the books, and the Cardinals get a new signal caller in Carson Beck. The first pick in the 3rd round comes to Arizona after 6 years in college. The Steelers, they stayed close to home in making Penn State's Drew Aller their new signal caller, or a new signal caller of theirs, as Pittsburgh is still waiting for the decision from Aaron Rodgers on his future. Miami continues their rebuild with Texas Tech linebacker Jacob Rodriguez, the former quarterback. 43rd overall pick will look to help a Miami defense that finished 24th in points allowed in 2025. And the Falcons, all in on brotherly love. They drafted Avian Terrell from Clemson. He's the younger brother of their Pro Bowl corner, AJ, and now they have both of them in their secondary. Right now you have, and we all have, NFL analyst and fraud or laud game show contestant, Mike Tannenbaum on the program. Mike T, fantastic to see you. Hey, the Cardinals out in the desert get their quarterback in Carson Beck. What do you make of the selection?
I'll tell you what, Gary, I think he has a chance to be the first starter out of this draft. I think he has a chance to be a good star in the NFL. The offensive line got some help with Chad Beyonce being drafted as well, but he's 6'4", has 88 career touchdowns, almost 70% completion. I think this is actually a really good fit with Mike LaFleur. He's not Matt Stafford in terms of tools, but Mike LaFleur, previously the offensive coordinator at the Rams, had a lot of success with Stafford, and I'm really intrigued by this pick. I think the Cardinals may hit on this at the top of the 3rd round.
Hey, listen, we're not even halfway through this draft. We still have rounds 4 through 7. So, Mike T, what are some of your ideal prospect team pairings today, starting with a quarterback?
Sure, Randy. Let's start with the New York Jets and Garrett Nussmeier, quarterback LSU. I think the Jets have done really well filling some other holes. They still need a young quarterback. And Garrett Nussmeier, guys, played in 40 games, has 52 touchdowns. He's slightly undersized. I think that's why he's on the board. He's had some critical mistakes in games, but I think if we clean that up, you actually may get a starter. Look for the Jets to add a quarterback sometime on day 3. Next up, guys, Minnesota Vikings, Malik Muhammad, corner, University of Texas. I'm really surprised he's on the board because he's 6 feet tall. He ran 4.42 at the combine. He's slightly undersized at 182 pounds. But you think about what the Vikings did. They drafted 2 defensive tackles. They still need a starting corner. I think Muhammad would be a great fit in their defense. And then lastly, Jermod McCoy, guys, remarkably still on the board. Obviously, significant medical concerns. But if he's healthy, he may have been the first corner in this year's draft. I love Kansas City going to get him because they can still use another corner despite taking Mansour Delane. He may not be ready for a while this year, but draft him, and he has great long-term upside.
So much talent still left as day 3 gets underway, noon Eastern on ESPN. Mike T, great to see you.
2 at the draft, and Carson Beck has a new home. He's going to Arizona. Officially, he's pick number 65. It came in the 3rd round. Keep in mind the situation there. Kyler Murray now in Minnesota. Before the Beck pick, the Cardinals quarterback room consisted of Jacoby Brissett and Gardner Minshew. Plenty of good seats available as we head into the weekend. Here's a look at the best available according to Mel Kiper Jr.'s big board. Jermod McCoy highlights that list. He missed the entire 2025 season with that torn ACL, but this is a guy who is frequently mocked to go in the 1st round. SportsCenter on the Road is presented by Geico. We welcome back our Lewis Riddick. We get to look ahead to the rest of the weekend, and really that's just, the last few rounds in the draft here. Who is still available that could make an impact right away?
Look, I'm shocked to even mention this guy's name because I swore he would be off the board today, and it's Kyle Lewis, the do-it-all linebacker from the University of Pittsburgh. I'm just totally shocked and floored that he has not been selected so far at this point. I think this guy is a Derek Brooks clone, and for all you old heads out there, Derek Brooks was a Hall of Fame linebacker from Florida State who played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and was one of the very best to do it. I think Kyle Lewis is just like that, cut from the same type of cloth. A little bit smaller, at just under 6 foot, about 225 pounds. Super explosive, super athletic, very tough, can play the run, but really his forte is really making plays in the pass game. He was a turnover machine during his time at the University of Pittsburgh. He went down to the Senior Bowl. He dominated the entire week of practice down there. Probably the best defensive player on the football field in the 2 days of practice that I was down there for, and yet he's still on the board. Whoever takes him is going to get a kid who's ticked off, who's made a lot of plays in college, and he's tailor-made for today's defensive game because of the fact that he's a three-down player who really excels defending the pass game.
That old chip on the shoulder. Can I have an honest moment with you here? You know how yesterday you said your suit that you had today was going to be better than yesterday?
You disagree?
I think I like the black better. I do. You know why? I think I liked the flower detail. Quick, what's coming tomorrow?
It's going to be pretty average, I think. Tomorrow is just about surviving. Tomorrow's a long day.
Now he's learned.
Tomorrow's a long day.
Survive in advance.
I'm going to lower the bar, and then she'll be happy at the end of the day.
That's
I know
not
how your
it.
brain's working. I know
That's
you.
not it.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Fernando Mendoza playfully had his status on LinkedIn as open to work. He's taken that down. Guy's got a job at a destination now. The number 1 overall pick arriving in Las Vegas today. The squeaky clean Mendoza in Sin City doesn't seem like a perfect match, but the Raiders thrilled to have him, and the feeling is mutual. Mendoza said hello today.
There's a lot of anticipation coming to this pick, but now I'm really glad that all the outside noise is done. I'm officially a Raider. I'm excited to be humble and hungry and get to work.
I feel very honored to be drafted as high as I was. There's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. Like I think Spider-Man said, with great power comes great responsibility. So I am going to make sure that I uphold to that legacy.
We did a walkthrough in SoFi, and I was like, and it was raining too. So I was like, man, this is really weird. Like, why am I feeling rain and it's in Cali and it's like a dome? I'm, I guess, like a redneck in Los Angeles, California. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm so excited. I mean, I feel like, just gotta be honest. One of my first thoughts was I don't have to play Myles Garrett on Sundays.
Honestly, I always said as a kid it's somewhere with no income tax. So this made that list.
I can't wait to get to know him and get to be a teammate for him.
Yeah, that's how we met. We met on a little trip. He carried me in basketball. He was out there shooting. I was out there disappointing him.
It don't matter what it is. You can play rock, paper, scissors right now. I'm going to win. Like, that's just me. You cheated. He cheated.
Here is an early look at the favorites to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Jeremiah Love, you heard from him. He has the shortest odds, followed closely by Carnell Tate. Mendoza will look to be the first number 1 pick to win the award. Night. Sports Center on the road, presented by Geico. And our NFL analyst, Louis Riddick, joins us now from Pittsburgh. Louis, first round gets all the buzz. Rounds 2 and 3 are when you can really build your roster. So which team in your mind improved the most tonight?
Yeah, Dave, I think the Las Vegas Raiders really did a nice job today, led by general manager John Spytek. They got some help on the defensive side of the football, starting with Arizona safety Traden Stukes, who's really a safety/nickel defender, one of the best athletes in this draft. He can do it all. He can blitz, he can cover, stop the run. He can do it all. He can cover in man-to-man and zone. He's just a fantastic athlete. Kieran Crawford, an edge rusher from Auburn, another guy who's going to help out Max Crosby. The guy can play in a 2-point, he can play in a 3-point, has a lot of just nice, flexible, athletic ability, a lot of explosiveness. They need that on the defensive line. And then lastly, Trey Zoon, the offensive lineman from Texas A&M, who's probably going to kick inside the guard. He can even play center. You got to protect your franchise quarterback. They have to get better along the offensive line. We all know this. They have to make sure they protect Fernando Mendoza. So those 3 players right there, they were all really good players this year. They all have really good athletic profiles, played the game the right way. I think the Las Vegas Raiders fan base is going to be really happy to see what these guys look like once they get on the football field.
All right, we know the Raiders have some holes. It sounds like they have filled some of them. The Eagles are kind of more in fine-tuning mode, and they're always busy. They made a trade in the first round yesterday, making another splash today, trading for and extending Viking star edge Jonathan Grenard. What was your reaction to that move?
Look, this is what the Philadelphia Eagles do. They build their team front to back, meaning they take care of the offensive and defensive lines, and they love to have depth. Jonathan Grenard's a fantastic player. I mean, in 23 and 24 combined, when he was healthy and playing full seasons, this guy had 24.5 sacks. Just this past year in Minnesota, dealt with a little bit of a shoulder, didn't play the full season, but his pressure percentage was still amongst the top in the NFL. He is a dynamite edge rusher who has a lot of flexibility. That's something that Philadelphia has been known for years. Even going back to the days in the early 2000s, late 2000s when I was there, they wanted to stockpile pass rushers. They wanted to go ahead and see if they can add a guy to really give them some juice coming off of the edge. Jonathan Gennard does that for him.
All right, there you go. 3 rounds down, 4 to go tomorrow. Lewis there for all of it. And back in just a little bit to give us a day 3 player who could be a difference maker right away.